That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, it's the team that we're out there grinding together. We're out there playing together, and we're the ones that need to have trust. We need to have each other's backs. And for me, it's really fun to see those guys back me, and I love them for that.
What was practice like today? Was it based on the fact you won Friday, got a few days off? Was it more spirited than normal for a Monday, or?
Yeah, it was more spirited, but we were focused. We know that we have a tough game. Logan's not an easy place to play, and so we're focused. We need to go get a win, and that was our mentality. I think we were a little sluggish having Saturday, Sunday off, but for the most part, I thought it was a good practice. Our preparation was good.
When people think of Utah State, they think of Chucky in the offense, but the defense is pretty good. What have you seen so far from them defensively?
Yeah, look, we're pretty familiar with Utah State's defense because a lot of what they do is what our defense does. So we feel pretty comfortable in that regard. And the thing that Utah State is good at is disguising their coverages and mixing it up so well. So we're going to see a lot of odd, a lot of even fronts, and a lot of different coverages. So primarily expecting cover one. So.
It was against these guys last year that you got hurt. Is that on your mind at all, or is that even a factor?
I've thought about it. I thought about it last year that this was the game, this was the time of the year that I got injured, and obviously that was a tough time in my life, and it's allowed me to reflect. And I know that a lot of you guys haven't really done a good job at sliding or protecting myself, and that's something that I continue to work on. But it's my competitive nature, and I guess it's allowed me to think back to that game, and I need to be better at that, and that'll be one of my focuses going into it.
How much has Coach and I opened the playbook, so to speak, for you? Have you guys reached half of it, or what, through 4 games?
Everything that we have installed through fall camp and we've ran, so we've had all of that at our disposal, but I don't know what else he has in the back of his mind. So right now I would say 100%, but I don't know what else he has in store to fully answer that.
By all accounts, it looks like you're going to have Cody and Jamal back for this week. What does it mean to have those weapons back in the lineup for you?
Yeah, it's huge. Jamal's a guy that defense has to prepare for, and the same thing with Cody. So, even if we're not getting the ball regularly, the defense is going to have to account for him. So that's really big. So it's good to have him back. But at the same time, I was really impressed with the way Ross played, with the way Mitch played, and those guys stepped up. And I expect them to continue to do those things, whether or not Cody's in the lineup.
Obviously, you guys won't face each other, but you and Chucky, people want to mark it as that. Is that a personal challenge? I mean, at the end of the day, do you want to have fewer turnovers or comparable stats, or does that ever cross your mind?
No, I don't think about the challenge of Chucky versus Taysom. It's BYU versus Utah State, and as far as my mentality, it's me against myself. I need to be the best me that I can, and that's my mentality.
Do you feel the team has more of a desire to get this win so they can at least get one W within state?
Yeah, that's in the back of my mind, but that doesn't need to be a motivation for us going to play a crosstown rival college. So we're fired up, we're ready for this game, and it's a big one. I think that going down to Logan going up, can really propel us and kind of get that tipping point for the rest of the season.
Have you seen much of what Chucky does, or can you appreciate from a quarterback standpoint of his skills or what he's been able to accomplish?
Yeah, I've watched Utah State's film. Obviously, I've focused mainly on the defense, but I've seen Chucky play, and he's a great football player. He's really elusive, and he makes plays out of nothing, and so he's a good football player. I'm excited to go up against them, and it'll be fun. I wish him best of luck.
You're both mobile quarterbacks. Is there something you can learn from him, or maybe you can draw from what you've seen from him?
Yeah, I guess I think it's hard at times to kind of do those things because offensive schemes aren't always the same. So I'm trying to be my best self inside our offensive scheme. There's some things that Chucky does really well, and there's some things that I do well, and you can sit and watch any quarterback and say, hey, he does that really well, and he does that better than I do, and and kind of say I need to get to that point, but it works both ways. So I think Chucky's he's a good football player, he's a good quarterback, and if I sat and watched film on him, I'm sure there's things that I could say I could do like that.
Was ball security any more of an issue today after?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Ball security is always an issue, and we can't afford to turn the ball over. I think it was 4 or 5 times in a game, and we can't do that at Logan and expect to win the football game.
Can you talk about how Middle Tennessee maybe kind of prepared you for this game against Utah State?
Middle Tennessee, as far as the defensive schemes, I thought they played really hard, and Utah State plays really hard, and I think it was good for our line. It was good for our wideouts to go against a team that will come and smack you in the mouth. And so I think that preparation was really good. Defensively, I thought that they gave us a lot of different looks, and some looks that we weren't used to, a few looks that we weren't ready for. So I thought that was really good preparation, and to see the O-line adjust and some of our skill players adjust as well.
You're real good friends with JD. Is he a different cat this week going home to play? Is he acting differently, or is he the same?
Yeah, JD's a good leader. There's a reason why he's a team captain, and I think there is a little more sense of urgency on JD's behalf. And I've had a few conversations with him about this game, and I know he's excited to go up to Logan and get a win. And again, I love that dude, and I'm going to do everything I can to help him out.
Your rushing numbers have put you in sort of the top of college football in terms of your rushing ability. Could you have envisioned being this successful running the football before the season started?
Honestly, it was something that I didn't think of. I didn't really know what was going to come about this new offensive scheme, and again, I'm willing to do anything I can to help the team win, and up to this point in the season, that's been a big part of it. So, I'm happy the way that it's turned out, and we'll just continue to plug along. If that's what it's going to take, then that's what we'll do.
Noticed a couple of your touchdowns, especially on the long runs, you spin around and start running backwards in the end zone. Is that kind of like a little? Is that something you've always done? Is that something that's conscious? Is that like a little trademark touchdown run there?
Honestly, I never thought about it. It just kind of happens, as you get in the open field, you kind of turn around to see where everybody else is at and see, if you can kind of back it off, or you need to continue to go, or see what you need to do. So I think as I look back to see and I saw room, then I continued to look back, and I was just kind of waiting for my guys to come meet up with me and celebrate. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.